Welcome again to another edition of The Truth That Makes a Nation. You see, we just need to bring in the truth to everywhere so that we can be able to differentiate between darkness from light, white from black, gold from brass. Sincerely speaking, a journey like this, most of us think that it does not apply to what we do or where we find ourselves. If we must have a nation that is working, you must bring in the truth to every facet. Today, I want us to look at schools. Do you realize very well that we have two big industries in this country now? Number one industry is what we're going to be looking at in this edition. Number two industry in the next edition. Industry number one is education. If you come into the education industry, private schools from the scratch, where you call crèche, to the topmost, where you talk about tertiary institutions and technical institutions, it is nothing less than 3 to 4 million in the nation called Nigeria. These people are saddled with several responsibilities, in case we don't know. People's children from crèche, toddlers who are still suckling, to young adults at the tertiary level are under the duty of care. In the security of warranty that has a child or a son called insurance, we call it duty of care for tutors. Duty of care, that responsibility, that I have my child under your care, that you're grooming my child with education. There are several protection you need to give to my child. Step one is to give my child what we call public liability coverage. We have seen several children who were beaten or killed or bullied by either the teachers or lecturers, or on the other angle, their fellow students, or even passerbys or people who are not part of the school, and parents just cry and it ends there. Mind you, it doesn't cost much to take up a coverage called public liability insurance, and at the same time to take up group personal accident insurance for these children. If you want your school to be the best, I am telling you the truth. Parents you sap with asking them to do multiple contributions. It doesn't cost parents more than 5 or 10,000 to take up the group personal accident and possibly general liability insurance on these children. This will help a lot. The compensation will go a lot. Most times, even where the case is a case of injury, it goes a lot to make less the impact of the damage or loss, emotionally and physically, on the child. The second one is those you have employed. I have said it before, there is a compulsory insurance, like we just mentioned one, a public liability insurance, and at the same time, group accident insurance. Group personal accident insurance protects these children under your care. But I just discovered that the owners of schools are just interested in making money from the sale of books, from the uniforms, from the accommodation they provide, and from the knowledge they impart. They keep making parents contribute, and there is no reservation or provision for the one that protects the interests of the parents and the children that is under their care. It'll just look like parents are just handing in their children as instruments to make money for the school. Now, the second one is those you employ. Do you know, should anything happen to them in the course of this job, whether on the road or in the office or in the school, at any time, you can take up equally group life insurance for them. Group life insurance, you're just paying a token from what you pay them annually as salary. But these things motivate and gives guarantee. It makes somebody to work very well with all commitment. In case you don't know, it is difficult to find private schools that pay very well, but they are making so much profit. But I let people understand that if you are a proprietor or an owner of a private school, the greatest and the most greatest profit you can make are the children you are producing for tomorrow. So don't rip them off today and their parents. Because the pressure you put on parents, any child who loses the parent as a result of a financial burden, that child's education program is totally terminated or scuttled. But you can provide for parents most times through that. Even those you have employed, this makes them get committed to the children. Like I said, the group life insurance offers anybody who dies or suffers any injury 3 times the annual salary of his basic salary, his transport allowance, furniture allowance, and let us look at it, housing allowance. When you look at all of this, it goes a long way when somebody sees that if anything happens to me, if my per annum is 800,000 or 400,000, I am going to be getting 1.2 or 2.1, it will go a long way to make less the burden, and you begin to see that your workers will be committed to your work with all interest and enthusiasm into it. They'll be very enthusiastic into it. Then the last of it, I can tell you, is the health insurance package. Parents are ready. Workers are ready. Make it a contributory thing. Parents bring 50%, we bring 50%. Should the child be sick, we can as well take care of it. And we're here ready to advise you with health providers, healthcare providers, which we call health management offices or health management organizations, HMO, and at the same time insurance companies that are ready to take up all these things, understanding your plight financially and making it look like something that will be convenient for you to be able to afford and even pay instrumentally within a stipulated period, and you begin to see yourself do well. Schools are training up the next generation. What are you training them when you neglect their security, which is the basics? This has made a whole lot of children, students who are produced every year for the past 20-something years, see security of life and property as something that is no longer possible and feasible, something that is not necessary. People now die like chicken. Chicken even dies with respect. Chicken are killed in celebration times. But we're talking about festive periods alone. You see people kill chicken now because of how costly it is. People now die like mosquito, which nobody knows how it died. People die like cockroach, which you can't even tell when it died, when it was given birth to and when it died. This situation, we need to check it. Go through our handles, all of you parents, teachers, and at the same time report your schools to comply. Go through our handles, management organizations, school management, proprietors, proprietors, and other relevant organizations and churches to understand that schools that you run need this thing as a matter of necessity. In extension, the building you're running those schools needs to be covered against fire, burglary, and so many things. Even natural disaster, you may not understand. Even the school bus, even the generator of the school, machinery breakdown coverage. These things are so small. When we get into the chat, come into the chat. When we chat with you, you'll be saying, wow, the amount of money you keep using to fix your vehicles and generators and accidents and cases you're not able to handle, more especially now that we're opening the eyes of your workers and the eyes of parents on the child's care, it is better you seize this opportunity before you begin to lose patronage. I am telling us the truth. Wisdom is profitable to give us a good direction, and understanding is the basic thing. God bless you. Meet you on the chat platform. Thank you.